Now we will cover the second example related to design of unreinforced elastomeric neoprene pad, which is asked for 16 marks in Shivaji University Kolhapur question paper November 18. So design an unreinforced elastomeric neoprene pad bearing to suit following data. So the same problem which we have covered in the previous video, and the same problem is again asked in the university question paper. So vertical load sustained, that is 275 kilonewton, vertical load dynamic 45 kilonewton, horizontal force 40 kilonewton, friction coefficient 0.3, modulus of rigidity of elastomer is given as 1 Newton per mm square, and here dimension of the pad is not given directly, but the table values are given. So you have to choose any value or any dimension from this given table. So these are the various dimensions: 160 by 320, 200 by 400. So you have to design a pad for any one of the sides. So given PC is 275 kilonewton, PS, that is vertical sustained vertical dynamic load 45 kilonewton, and thus total load is this 275 plus 45, that is 320 kilonewton. HC sustained horizontal load is given as 40 kilonewton. HS sustained dynamic horizontal load is not given, that is equal to 0. This modulus of rigidity of elastomer is given as 1 Newton per mm square, and coefficient of friction as 0.3. So let us select the pad dimension from the given dimensions. Let us choose 320 by 630 mm. So you should just choose this 320 by 630 mm pad dimensions. So here A is 320 mm, B is 630 mm. Thickness of pad must be less than A by 5. So T must be less than A by 5. So T is less than 320 by 5, that is 64 mm. So this thickness of the pad must be lesser than 64 mm. Let us choose T as a 50 mm. So area of the pad 320 into 630, that is 201600 mm square. Deformation is given by U is equal to T times tan phi, and tan phi is HC plus HS G times A, as this all these steps have been explained in the previous video. So 40, so if you substitute the values, HC is 40, HS is 0, G is 1, A is this one 201600 mm square. So tan phi you will get 0.198, thus U is equal to 50, that is T times tan phi 0.198, 50 times 0.198 equal to 9.92 mm. So as per the design steps, U should be less than 0.7 times T. So U is 9.92 mm and 0.7 times T is 35 mm. So as the U is lesser than 0.7 times T, design is safe. Let's move towards the next step, that is average compressive stress is given by sigma m is equal to P by A must be less than 2 times GS. So here P is 275 plus 45 equal to 320 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Area, effective area is given by A minus U times B equal to 320, that is A, U is 9.92 mm multiplied by B is 630 mm. So effective area is given is equal to 1953.50.4 mm square. G is 1 Newton per mm square. So you will get shape factor S by substituting all these values in this. You will get it as a 2.122. Sigma m, thus sigma m is equal to 320 into 10 raised to 3 divided by this AE. This AE, A is 1953.50.4, and this value is 1.638, which is less than 2 times GS, therefore design is safe. Let's move towards the next step, that is slip prevention. So as slip prevention, there are again you have to satisfy the two conditions. Sigma m dash is equal to PC by AE must be greater than 1 plus AB. So PC is 275, that is vertical sustained load, divided by this AE must be greater than 1 plus 320 by 630. And here if you see this, here PC by A must be greater than this right hand side 1 plus AB, but here left hand side PC by A is lesser than 1.507. Therefore this condition is not satisfied, and therefore this design is unsafe. So in this condition you have to change the size of the pad, thus this condition is unsafe. So here you have to change the size of the pad and you have to follow all the previous steps. So choose another size of pad, use 320 by 500 mm, thus area changes, tan phi changes, u changes, and go for the all these steps. S, new S will be S 1.95, sigma m is 2.081. This condition is satisfied. Slip prevention, this condition in the previous sizes, this condition is not satisfied, but in this case this PC by A in the new dimension, if you choose the new dimensions of the pad, PC by A is 1.78, which is greater than 1 plus A by B 1.64. Therefore this design is safe. Just go for the next step, next slip prevention step. HC plus HS must be less than F times PC plus PS. So here if you check this, this is HC plus SS is 40,000 and this right hand side is 96,000, which is lesser than, left hand side is less than right hand side, therefore design is safe. The last step is check for overturning. So as T is equal to 50 mm, which is less than 320 by 5 equal to 64 mm, the design is safe against overturning. Design is safe against. So these are the steps. So this is the problem again asked in the university question paper for 16 marks. So same problem repeatedly asked, just values are changing, so you can easily solve this problem and you will get the 16 marks. Just take another problem for your homework. Again this problem is asked in the Shivaji University question paper November 17. Design an elastomeric unreinforced neoprene pad bearing for given data. Vertical load same sustained, that is 320 is given. Vertical dynamic load is given. Horizontal force is given. This modulus of rigidity is given. Coefficient of friction is given, and you have to choose the pad dimensions from the given data, given dimensions. So this is about the design of elastomeric unreinforced neoprene pad or elastomeric unreinforced bearing. So you can easily solve the problem. So students, you have to keep remember that 3 questions may be asked from this. That is, first one is what is elastomeric bearing, explain about the elastomeric bearing, may be asked for 9 to 10 marks. Design procedure of elastomeric bearing may be asked for again 9 to 10 marks, and the last question is 16 marks, that is numerical design of elastomeric unreinforced bearing. So this is we have covered. So if you have any doubts, you can call me on my personal mobile number. Thank you very much.